Hello everyone, welcome to Crafting and Cruising. I am Lisa, and we actually have cruised on back to the same campground we were at a couple weeks ago. And Rodney has gone on a trip, a work trip, to Michigan, Wisconsin, not sure. Anyway, where he went, it's snowing. Let's put it that way. And he didn't bring a coat. He only brought like a little zip-up sweat jacket. So he's glad he has that. But he said there's like an inch of snow on the ground when he got there last night. And like 2 days ago, it was 80 degrees there. So they're kind of like us. You know, they have crazy weather. Hey, Sherry Walton. Let me look over here and see if I can get you guys up here on my computer. Since I'm riding solo today, I probably won't even be looking on my computer because I'll be knee-deep in paint, etc., etc., etc. So, I got you pulled up. I'm back. I can't see anybody on but Sherry. So when you get on, say hi so I'll know you're here. And if you come on later and watch the replay, that's great too. So let me take this camera off. I'm going to turn it around and show you. It's a pretty day, and I wanted to pour outside, but it's still kind of windy. So this is where we are this time. So it's the same campground, but there's the Cumberland River that barges go up and down. So I'm going to come out here after I finish my live, and I'm going to do my Bible study and just have some quiet time. But see how peaceful it is. Hey, Debbie Harris. Hey, Esther. Hey, Jamie. So this is where we are. There's my little Crafting and Cruising flag flying under the American flag, but I was afraid if I came out it might damage what I'm trying to do with my pours. Plus, I didn't want bugs and stuff to fly into it. So, I'll turn you back around. We're going to go back in here. Oh, Sherry, I'm so sorry. I'm happy to see you too. I want you to feel better, sister. I hate that for you. This time of year, it seems like people get sick very easily. So, we're going to start out right here, and then we're good. It is pretty, Jamie. Then we're going to move over to where we do the paint pour. So let me just talk for a minute first. Rodney and I have done paint pours a lot, but it's been a long time. If you really want to see magnificent, unbelievable paint pours, look up Shelley Art, S-H-E-L-E-E. She is in Australia. She's the one, I think, that kind of originated paint pouring, and she's amazing. They have now come out with some paints that have the cell activator and the things inside of the paints that you supposedly need for paint pours. I've never tried them, so I don't know how well they work. I'm just going to continue doing it the old school way. And so we're going to talk about what all that involves. And I'm going to show you the products I've used. Now, I have not done a paint pour until this morning. I have not done a paint pour in a long time. Probably at least 6 months, and probably more than that. So I'm not a professional, but I'm going to show you what I've done and what I'm doing them on, because I'm getting ready to host an event. And so, sorry, y'all. Sorry, I just totally lost you. So I am making party favors. So what I'm going to be showing you that I'm doing, these are the, hey Sharon, the little party favors that I'm going to be giving. And if you're coming to this event, you're going to get one. I got them at Walmart, Blue Moon Studio Adhesive Wall Decor. And so they're, hey, Sterling Rose Art Creations, Denise. These have an adhesive back. I will be not doing the back, but I'm going to be putting felt on the back, so this can serve as a coaster. So I have those out to show you. They come with a little, I don't know, clear plastic cellophane or something over the top of them to protect them. And I took the rest of them off. They can be a little bit aggravating to try to get off, but so I'm just peeling it back. So they look like mirrors, but they really are not glass. They're acrylic, okay? So you see I have my paints out here. You can use any paints. Usually they recommend using 3 or 4 colors. Well, you're welcome, Denise. 3 or 4 colors, and I've just kind of been mixing them up. Some I didn't like, so I put them away. Here are some things that you need. First of all, you need what's called a pillow. I use black, and I use white for my pillow. That's the color you put down first on your canvas. And you can see on here that I wrote, and y'all, this went back to 2020. So I made this in 2020 and it's still working. I used Benjamin Moore Premium Eggshell Interior Paint and Primer, base 3, and I've even got the number written on there because I like it. It's a good base. On the black one, we don't have it marked, so I'm not sure what we used with that. I use to mix my paints these little bitty cups. Hey, Susan Brandt. Or these little cups. Okay. The mini red Solo cups. I also have been known to just mix my paint in containers like this with lids. These are 2 colors that I mixed and tried to use in a pour, and I didn't like them. So I've got to go back and put a piece of tape on top so I'll know what those colors are, and I need to put the mixture that I put in there with them so I'll know. But as long as they're in airtight containers, they'll last for a long time. So you need containers, cups, or containers with lids. You need some stirring sticks. Really, these are more for the swiping of the paint, which we'll talk about. But I reuse my sticks. I just clean them off after I use them, rinse them, wipe them off, and I can reuse them to stir your mixture together of your paints. To your paint, you need to add some kind of cell activator if you want to make cells, and we'll talk about that in a minute. This is one you can use. This is by Liquitex. It's a pouring medium. I don't think I've ever tried that, even though I had it on hand for some watercolor. This is Vallejo pouring medium. A lot of people swear by this. I think I did try this, but I can't give you any information on whether or not I think it's great. The one that I use the most, I had already put it back over here, sorry, is called Floetrol. And if y'all are part of Debbie Riggs' group, you've heard her talk about Floetrol. It's just a paint conditioner, so it helps to keep your paint kind of thinned out and smooth. So Floetrol that I get at Home Depot is usually what I use for my cell activator. And then in some of my paints, I will put a drop of Spot On Treadmill Silicone. You can tell I've had this for a while. You can also use something that you can get like at Walmart or Walgreens. This is just a coconut milk by OG, but it's got coconut milk, coconut oil, whipped egg white, whipped proteins. So it acts like a silicone. The treadmill lubricant is my favorite. You will need some kind of like a little baking torch. You can use your heat tool, but this baking torch, if you can see, gives a real pointed flame. And so I like that. That helps bring the cells from the bottom to the top. This is the cell activator that Rodney and I have been using. This is just Floetrol. This is a cell activator that's mostly Floetrol. And then What I do is, you can see that I've mixed a lot of paints up, and I'm going to show you in a couple of them. We're going to mix up a little more so I can show you the consistency. I just have an old pan that you can get anywhere, like you bake a turkey in. And then this is an old oven rack that I got probably at Goodwill at some point. So I can lay them on here and let the paint drip. If you look down in there, you can see some of those paint drips are really pretty. So when these dry, I usually peel them off. And then I have used them in paintings before that I've done on canvas with acrylic. You can use them in junk journals, a lot of things. So don't ever throw that stuff away. Okay? I'm going to show you some that I've done this morning. And we'll talk a little bit about cells. So if you notice down here, the little round dots are where the paint has celled or popped through the paint that was on top of it. And if you see this one right here, there's a cell within a cell. There's pink within the turquoise. There's also some webbing. All of these, these first three right here had a pillow of black, and then the rest of these so far have pillows of white. You can see a lot of cells in there, and I just love it when you see cells within cells. There's some orange with a little bit of yellow in it. So these are drying. Sorry, I had my phone on Do Not Disturb, and evidently my husband, who knew I was going live, tried to call me. Here's one I like that's got a lot of the webbing in it, but you can also see the cells. And there's lots of ways to achieve the cells. So I'm going to show you some different techniques that I use. So once these are all dry, then I'll back them with felt. And then they can become coasters. Okay? So I think that while we are up here close to the sink, I'm going to bring my yellow paint and my turquoise paint over here. Now, I've already got some in here, but I want to show y'all how I mix them and what the consistency needs to be. That's right, your old oven rack will come in handy, Esther. You're right. Okay, so you can see this yellow. I'm going to mix it up, and you can see that it kind of, hey, Chrissy, comes off like warm honey. That's what you want. You don't want it too liquidy. You want it like warm honey. Now, if you're one that likes to measure, then you can measure 1 part of the cell activator or the Floetrol to 2 parts of paint. I don't do that. I just eyeball it. I'm going to put some more paint in here. And then I'm going to take my Floetrol that I've got in this container, shake it up a little bit, pour some in here, and then we're going to mix it and see. I may need to add a little bit of water, or I could add more cell activator. You just don't want it thick, and you don't want it super thin like runny. So this is coming off, as you can tell, like warm honey. And that's a pretty good consistency. I could add a little bit of water, but I think as long as I've got a pretty continual stream, I don't need to. Now I'm going to take my silicone, my treadmill, what's it called? Spot On Treadmill Lubricant. It's silicone. And I'm going to try to just drop 1 drop. It comes out pretty fast, so it's, hey Grace, it's hard to get just 1 drop, but if you get a couple, that's okay. And once you put the silicone in there, it's best not to stir a lot. You don't want to get a bunch of bubbles in your paint. We're going to use the heat on it, so it's okay. But you just don't want to stir it. Let's say you don't want to stir it vigorously. Just try to mix up that treadmill silicone in there. So now we've got like warm honey, okay? Let's do the same thing. And by the way, that was DecoArt Cadmium Yellow. Americana Cadmium Yellow. This is DecoArt Americana Bahama Blue. I love this color. But if y'all know me well, you know I like turquoise colors anyway. Well, I think I'm going to take the top off. I know I'm kind of in y'all's space, but I want you to be able to see the consistency. So see, this paint is super duper thick. So obviously we're going to have to add some cell activator or Floetrol. Jumping between you and phone calls. That's okay. You do what you got to do, sister. All right, so I'm mixing this Bahama Blue. Here it is. Try not to spill it. And this is a little bit, well, it's not too bad. I was going to say it's a little bit thick, but it's really not too bad. I could add just a tiny bit of water. It's good to keep some water by you. I think I am going to add I'm going to come to the sink and put just a tiny amount of water. I mean, I barely added it in there. Okay. And then I'm going to add a little bit of treadmill silicone. So now we have a yellow, we have a turquoise, I have a bright blue, I have a red, I have a purple, and then I have extra white and black mixed up to add in to hopefully make the webbing that I'm talking about. So let me set this over here. I'll take you guys, put my torch over there. And then I'll take you guys over here and we're going to start working on this. And I'm going to show you some different techniques you can do to hopefully achieve some pretty pours. So sorry, y'all. I don't know why I keep doing that. I'm not good at trying to do all these things. Okay. So we're going to start out with our black pillow. I'm shaking it up real well, and I'm going to put 2 of these little coaster things on here. And so we're going to use the same colors on them, but we're going to see how we can get such different looks. Okay? So let's pour the paint pillow on first. It's like a cloud. Your paint floats on this. Put some in the center and then let it kind of run, and I'll tilt it back and forth. And I don't wear gloves, and the reason I don't is because a lot of times when I'm trying to take something and move it over to the drying area, my glove will stick to it and then it looks gross. So I'm just going to tilt this back and forth, and it's going to be running off the edge, and that's okay. I want it completely covered with the black pillow paint. And you will find lots of different recipes on YouTube and on the internet for all the different things for your pillow and for your cell activator and things like that, because a lot of the products, let me grab some paper towels. A lot of the products that they use in Australia, we can't get here. And so many people have done a lot of research to figure out some comparable products in the States that we have. And a whole lot of it, y'all, is just practicing and trying to get a technique that you really like. I cannot tell you how much paint Rodney and I went through initially when we were trying to figure out how to paint pour. We went through a lot. And we're still not perfect, trust me. All right, I'm going to take my little heat tool right here, and I'm just going to hold it above and pop some bubbles, because I can see where the light's hitting it, that it's got a lot of little bubbles. You really want to do this afterwards too. You don't have to do this at the beginning, but I think the paint lays better when you do. Okay, so here's the first way that we're going to put the paint on. I'm going to set this one to the side and bring this one right to the middle. And I'm going to start by taking my little popsicle stick, and I'm going to pour some white right there in the center. Okay? Then I'm going to take some of this red. And I'm going to try to pour it right on top of that circle. Maybe a little more. And if it goes out on the edges, it's not a big deal. I mean, they're all different and so interesting. All right, let's take the yellow, put in the red. Then I'm going to take this blue that I have here. I don't remember what the color is, but I've got it, the bottle up there. I can tell you if you need to know. Okay. And then I'm going to put just a smidge more of, not the black pillow, but this is black I mixed with the silicone. I mean, with the Floetrol. Okay. So here's one way. You can take a straw, and you really need to be kind of sitting. This is hard for me because I'm not sitting level, but I'm gonna lean over and look like a crazy woman. And I'm gonna take it and try to hold it level, and I'm gonna blow as I move the straw across the top, the paint, and then I'm gonna turn it. I'm gonna keep turning it, okay? Okay, trying to reconnect this in. I hope y'all can see this well enough. You don't want to hold it straight up and go down because you'll blow all the paint off. Let me see if I can zoom y'all in. Come on, camera, come on. Okay, can y'all see that? Whoops, let me back up a little bit. Okay, lots of cells. I don't really like that dark part right there, so I'm going to blow a little bit harder right there. To see how the orange came up, so I wanted what's underneath to come up. Now I'm going to take this heat tool right here, and I'm going to hold it above, and I'm just going to pop any bubbles that may be in there. And usually, as you do this, you can see more cells come to the surface. I just saw 3 or 4 pop up there. You don't want to get it too close because you'll burn it. Okay. So that's one technique. Can y'all see? Let me see if I can hold it like this so you can see it better. Isn't that cool? Love it. Love it. Love it. Now, you can also, once you get the paint on there, you can tilt it a little bit, and if you'll watch, you'll see the paint start to move. I don't want this one to move a lot because I like the effect that I got, but if you start tilting it, sometimes it stretches the cells out and makes them bigger. So let's leave this one like it is because I like it, and then I'll do one where I'll show you about stretching the cells. Okay. See, it doesn't take a long time, and you just never know what you're going to get. All right, now this one, what we're going to do what's called a dirty pour. So I'm going to take an empty cup. I'm going to start out with a little bit of my white on the bottom, because what I'm going to be doing is turning, I hate not seeing y'all, turning this cup upside down. So whatever's on the bottom is what's going to end up on the top when I turn my cup. Let's use some of this purple right here. But not too bad. Okay, so we'll pour some purple in here. So far. We will pour, I'm going to add a little black next. Then I think I'll add a little red. And maybe a little purple. turquoise, and we'll stop with that. Okay, so see, I have my colors in here. Now I'm going to take the popsicle stick out of the turquoise, and I'm just going to come in here and just kind of swirl it around a little bit so it's not so uniform. Okay. Now, if I had a canvas, if I was working on a canvas, I would pick the canvas up and flip it on top of this cup and then turn the whole thing over before I release the cup. I can't, maybe I can do it with this. I don't know. I don't think it's going to work this way. Let me just turn this one. I'm just going to flip this one upside down real quick like this. I'm going to let it sit there a second, and then I'm going to pull it up, and it wants to stick, so I'll have to sometime let the suction out. Okay, so now can y'all see how that's spreading? It's just kind of doing its own thing right now. I'm going to come in here with my heat tool and make sure we don't have any bubbles in there. I see some cells coming up. I hope y'all can too. See how they just pop out when it gets heat on it? Okay, so now I want to stretch some of these cells to see if they'll get bigger. So I'm going to tilt it that way, come back to the middle and tilt it the other way, tilt it this way, tilt it that way. Don't have a lot of surface to work with, so, but you can see how the cells got bigger when I tilted it, okay? When you have more surface space to work with, you can really get some big cells and make it look super cool. All right, so I'm going to take the heat tool again just to make sure we don't have any bubbles from where I tilted it. If so, I want the color underneath to come up. And voila, there you go with number 2. See how fast this goes? And they're just beautiful. They just all turn out so differently. All right, so now let's do one with a white pillow. And we'll use some more brilliant colors on the white pillow one. So let me get some of these up here. Are y'all enjoying this? I hope so. This is great. Good afternoon. Hey, Chicky, hey. I love it. Those are my colors. I'm a color person. I like all colors. All right, so we're going to put the white pillow on this time. You can tell it's thicker. It's like marshmallow cream almost. Not quite that thick, but. Okay, so I'm going to tilt this back and forth to try to get the pillow all on it. And it usually takes, I mean, depending on your weather and what the humidity is around you, it can take a couple of days for it to fully dry because, you know, you end up putting a lot of paint on here. But if you live in a hotter, drier area, they may dry a lot faster. Now, the paint will stop moving pretty quickly. Once these start to dry, there won't be much paint flowing from them. So I wouldn't be able to really change the effect, but I also wouldn't want to put my fingers in there to see if it was dry because then I would leave a smudge or a fingerprint. So, and I'm going to try later, I think, to lay like 5 or 6 of these out and see if I can just do them all at the same time with the same, you know, mixture of colors, and then just see with the different techniques how they turn out. So this next technique I'm going to show you is called the swipe. I think this is one of Rodney's favorites. And I've been doing today swipes with the big popsicle stick. A lot of times we'll just use a piece of paper to swipe over it. So let's get this going. So this one, that technique is awesome. Thank you, Grace. It's so interesting. Thank you. Okay, so this time I think we will, let's see. what I'm going to do this time, now I hadn't tried this one in a long time, so I don't know how this is going to work. But I'm going to take this bright blue, and I'm going to put a row right up here across the top. If this doesn't work, we'll just wipe it off and start over. Then I'm going to take the yellow and put right under it. Doesn't matter if it crosses over it a little bit. Then I'm going to take the red. Hey, Penny. How are you? Okay, the red. I think I'll take a little bit of the blue, turquoise blue. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is go back with my white, like my pillow, but this has the cell activator in it. And I'm going to run a little bit right here at the top of the blue. Take my wide popsicle stick right here, and I'm going to lay it virtually flat, and I'm just going to pull that white paint over these other colors and see what happens. See the cells coming up through there. Now this is messy. If you don't like messy, you won't like paintballing. Okay. So let's get the heat tool. Come some more cells up when they get hot. Okay. And then we will start tilting. Oh, y'all can't see. I was right off the camera. See if anything spreads out any. Not a lot of paint, but if you look real close, let me hold it. You can see it running some. Hit it one more time with the heat. Then we will do a dirty pour and use a paper towel to drag through it where all the colors are mixed in one cut. Some gold. Oh, it would look good. Yeah, I should mix up some gold. I'll do some with gold. I'm going to do some with gold and black and white. Okay. And now let's get this one. And we're going to do a, let me get a cup. Here it is. We're going to do a dirty pour in here. Let's just do black, white, and yellow in this one and see what happens. It may look terrible, but it may not. Black, yellow, white. Ooze it around a little bit. Okay. So, move this over here where you can see. Okay. Now, I'm going to put my dirty pour. I'm going to flip it over. Now, I'm going to take my paper towel, I'll stand up. Actually, let me spread this color out a little bit more. Y'all see? Now I'm going to take the paper towel. I'm going to lay it down and gently swipe. some more of that white off. This is going to look like a beehive. Too, isn't it? This one doesn't have as many cells in it yet. Let's hit it with a little bit of heat and see what happens. And there's a few cells popping up. Not a lot. Wonder, it's actually kind of pretty. But I wonder what would happen if I lightly swiped it. This may be a ruined one, y'all. What you're gonna get. Could even go back with my straw. It's kind of a neutral looking one. Maybe what we should do is mix up some gold and do a black and gold. That first one that you did on the black with all the colors was really pretty. Let me see if I have a, I think the only gold I have is antique gold. I have a metallic. Let's mix up the metallic. It seems like I remember somebody saying that the metallics didn't do as well. Hey, Deb. I like the ones with more white. You do, Sherry? Yep, some people love the white and some people love black. You just never know. All right, this is Folk Art Metallic Sahara Gold, okay? And you can tell it's really thick. So let me get my Floetrol and my engine enamel over here. And another popsicle stick. And trying to think of some other techniques that Rodney and I have used in the past. You up while I talk to you. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Okay, so blowing through a straw, swiping with the paper, swiping. Usually I have like a 3x5 index card that I swipe over it. But again, I'm used to swiping on things that are surfaces that are a lot larger. I did do some tiles before, but even the tiles were bigger than these. There's just not a lot of surface area on here. Okay. I need a tad bit of water. I don't think adding silicone to metallics makes it any better. I think that's what I remember hearing. So, how about if we do let's do a black pillow. Bunch of dogs camping here this weekend. I hear them barking up a storm. Okay. A black pillow. Deb, you should come over and see me while I'm at the campground since I'm not far from you. Y'all can see I'm just letting it run to all the sides to get the pillow all the way on all of my mirror. keep forgetting y'all are not right there where I'm sitting, so I have to kind of lean to get you in here. There's going to be some really pretty skins, is what we call them, down in here once all this dries. Then you can kind of take your finger and help it run a little bit just to get it moving along. Okay, let me put you back down. Aqua and gold, Grace says. Alrighty, Grace, we'll try that. Probably need to put some white in it too. I don't know if just aqua and gold will work, but we can try. Let me see. I think we'll do the kind where I'll blue it like I did before with the straw. Alright, so we'll put some aqua right here. We will put, well, what did I do with my gold stick? A bit of white to see if it will make some lacing. Aqua again. Hey, Doodle Denise Designs, how are you? Thanks for coming on. Guys, if y'all aren't following, I hope you'll hit the follow button. Would love to have you come back. We do all kinds of things. I'm going to be doing some watercolor again probably next week. I got to make a derby style hat probably tomorrow night. I usually go on Tuesdays and Thursdays around 5-ish Central Standard Time. And then days like today just come on randomly. So, and also my Telegram link is, oh, there's my gold thing, is pinned to the top of my homepage. So if you'll download that free Telegram app if you don't have it, and then join my Telegram, then you'll know when I'm coming on a lot easier. I always send a telegram out. All right, let's see what happens when we take the straw to this one. Not bad. I think it probably would look better with a darker teal or turquoise. Hey, Mickey Hopkins. I think I'm not quite as excited about this part. The gold is not really going to show up very well because it's a dark, it's not a bright gold. So I'm not sure that gold is going to work to really do much. Let's see what we can do. Let me tilt y'all back up. I'm going to be down so low and you can see better. Okay, so I'm going to tilt this one. Okay. Mickey. I can't say that it's my favorite, that's for sure. It's not bad. Don't see a lot of the gold left. It's just not my favorite one. Don't know what you're doing, but it looks fascinating. I'm doing paint pours. I'm making some little party favors for the meet and greet that I'm hosting after Dina's event in Kentucky. You were right, the gold didn't cut. No, it just didn't. But it's really not bad. I want to try. I want to see what the gold will look like on a white pillow. I wonder if we do it on white. This gold by itself looks beautiful in the cup, but when you put it on there, it just really has it says it's metallic, but it's just not. Maybe on the white. Let's see what happens on the white. Y'all see my fingers? My fingers are terrible. Fortunately, it's acrylic paint, so it comes off real well. Oops, can't see it again. It's just watching it. And the thing about it is too, when you set it down, once you think you're done with it and you set it down, it's going to keep changing until the paint starts to really firm up and dry. So you can look at it and take a picture. That's what we used to do all the time. We'd take a picture of it right after we set it to dry, and then we'd go back in a few minutes and see how it had changed and take another picture. And then you can hold the pictures up to each other and say, oh my gosh, you know, over the next few minutes, it really did change a lot. Come on. Now I want to tilt it to make sure I've got about an even amount everywhere. And like I said, I'm not worried about the backs of these because I'm going to get felt and cut the felt out, and then I can take the sticky back off of these and put it on the felt, and then that'll give it a way so that it won't make a mess when it's sitting down on the coffee table. Okay, let's do this bright blue. This brilliant blue really shows up well, I think, in paint pour. So let's do some of this and put the gold on that and see what we do. Actually, yeah, let's put the gold on that. I don't think the gold with the light turquoise did a lot, so maybe with the darker color, it'll do better. Who knows? You don't know till you try. All right, let's get this red. I might put just a little teeny tiny bit of black in here. Gold. So let's blow again and see what happens. Hey, Shelly Stacklin. Got a lot of blue in it. Have to pour some of that blue off. Let's add a little tiny bit more. The gold is just not going to show, but I want to put a little more red in here. Drop it a few places and then try to blow that. Okay, let's see. Not getting many cells in here. Cells come out when you do that. All right, did y'all see all those cells now? Now when I hit it with the heat, we're going to get even more. Let me find my... Oh, y'all can't see that. Sorry. There comes some cells. Whoop! Too close, Lisa. Okay. So we can tilt a little bit. A lot of the paint has come off since I swiped it, but that's almost a Americana looking one. Okay, I want to do another black pillow with all the bright colors like we used before, because that one really turned out well. So, everybody's still here. I did a familiar technique in the 80s with nail polish on. Oh, cool. That's neat. That's cool. Patriotic, that's right, Denise, that's right. Okay, tilting my pillow color back and forth, back. I have a feeling this wind that's blowing out here is not helping my connection very well. Come on. Run, baby, run. And I'll turn the camera around so you can peruse and see what all we've got. Thank you, Grace. Actually, that's got a little much right there. I better tilt that off some. Much black pillow. Okay, I think I like anyway. I think I like the dirty pour because I think we get better cells, and I just think it makes prettier colors. So remember, the first color you put in on a dirty pour, hey Deborah Jed, you are fun, is the last color that will come out of the cup on a dirty pour. So let's make the last color this time be this yellow. And then I'm going to add red. And we're going to add some black, just a little bit of black because we've got black in our pillow. And then we're going to add some turquoise. Blue, all kinds of colors, and just a smidge of white. I don't want a lot of white in here. Okay, now see all the colors? I'm gonna take my popsicle stick and just kind of, I'm not stirring them, just kind of making like little X's in them to kind of make the color not so uniform. Okay, so remember, on a dirty pour, usually, if you had a canvas, you would put your canvas on top and then flip the whole thing over. But this is too little to do that, so I'm going to put it right here. Oh, can you see that? Oh, my Lanta. We're just going to let that sit right there for a minute. That is amazing. Woo-wee. Man. Stuff like that happens. That's just enough to make you go, And y'all, can you, I don't think you can see. I'm going to tilt it just a little bit to get that white off there. Okay, I've got to get you up over this. Let me wipe my hands off real good so that you can see the cells, the way they're mixing. Oh, hello. Okay, let me turn the camera. Look. Unbelievable. Let me turn, I'm going to turn my overhead light off. Hold on. Because it's getting a glare, I think. Y'all. That may be the best one yet. Not sure I love this. This right here. Let's stretch those cells a little bit. Oh my Lanta. Golly. When something like that happens, it just makes you want to go, here comes some more cells up where I just wipe that oil off. There comes some cells right there in the, let's see if we get some more to come up here when I hit it with the torch. See any more cells popping up? Y'all, I can't improve on that one. Winner. Yeah, that's a pretty one. That is a really, let me put you back on here, sorry. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that for sure. Turn my light back on. Okay. Oops, I still got my camera turned wrong. Sorry. Oh, I love that one. We might all try that again, you think? And see, you can't really even tell what the pillow is underneath because the black or the white doesn't come through. Let me take this one over here. Pitter patter. Gotta move my tray up a little bit because some of them are dripping. Okay, so we got 5, 10, 15, 16, 17. That's cool. Ultimately, I want to make 50. All right, let's try that again. Ooh, gotta try it again, y'all. Y'all, I want you to see in the cup. Look in the cup at the cells. Can you? Can you? Well, now they're kind of all messed up. When you let them settle down. All right, so what did we start with last time? You know we won't get that again, but yellow, red. What do you do with all the paint at the bottom of the pour paint? So I let it dry completely. And when I get through, I'll show y'all in a minute down in there. I let it dry completely, and then I peel it off. And I have used them when I've done paintings before. I have used them in my acrylic mixed media paintings. You can also, you know, glue them on to bottle art. You can use them in junk journals. I mean, the sky's the limit. So I put them between wax paper so that they don't ever, you know, they don't stick to anything. And then if I want some, I haven't used them in a long time. I've still got the ones I've had forever. But, yeah, it's just, I don't get rid of them because down here, when I'm looking down here, it's going to take this thing a while to dry. But I can actually tilt it. And y'all can probably see the stuff moving down in there. So I can tilt it to make it thin out some. And then I will get some beautiful skins out of that. Can y'all see that moving? I know it's got the other thing on it, but those will be some pretty skins for sure. Ooh. It's just like art in itself, y'all. Okay. Crowning Touch Design. Sweet Karen, how are you? I've been thinking about you a lot. A lot. Okay, I'm going to pour the pillow. It's going to be black again. I mean, because why not? Worked before, didn't it? All right, so we'll tilt, tilt, tilt. I don't think I even used the torch on it last time to get the bubbles out before we did the dirty pour. Sounds so good. But y'all, if I had done this outside, I would have had little pollen off the trees and bugs and everything in these paint pours. I really wanted to do it outside because it's so pretty. But it wouldn't have worked. Hey, Susie Craig. Looks awesome when it moves. I know, Shelly, isn't that the coolest? Just never know what it's going to do. Paint run a little bit. But I want to make sure that my pillow is pretty even without a bunch of thin spots. Not that it's going to matter a lot because we're fixing to do that dirty pour right on top of it. I had planned to swipe or use my straw on that last one, but I don't think I needed to do anything to it. Y'all agree? I mean, it was good. All right, so we've got our other one made up here now. Let's see what we come up with this time. Let me move this out of y'all's way. I think I want to move my thing down here so it'll start a new paint area. Let me see if I can zoom y'all back in a little bit. There you go. I'll turn it. Okay. Which way do I, there you go. I just don't think I'm going to have to do a lot to some of these. I do want to blow this one a little bit because it's got a lot of white in it. Come up. Yellow back up into here. Oh, that's another pretty one. I just don't know. I'm thinking these colors are working really well together, and I love it when I see more cells pop up because the colors underneath are pop. Ooh, did you see that burst just now? That burst of color that just came up through there? Man. Golly. I mean, what's not to love about that, huh? Love this one too, Shelly. Thank you. Yeah, that's a pretty one, y'all. Move it over so you can see it better. So, I'm just going to keep going. I think I'm on a roll. So, whoever would like to stay on, I would love for you to stay on and visit with me. But if you need to go do something, I totally get it. Okay, I'm going to bring y'all over here real quick and show you how that one that we just did before has already changed some. Sorry, I know that's aggravating. Let me see if I can zoom you out. Okay, let's see. That's the one we just did. But look, that's the one we did before. Looks like little flowers, doesn't it? Shelly? You better start looking, sister. You're going to get one. Well, you may not get one because you're not coming to the meet and greet. This is for the meet and greet at my house. For people who come to the meet and greet. What we've done so far. That one was my favorite before we did these bright red ones. I don't know. This red and yellow is just too pretty. So we got 5, 10, 15, 18. We got 18 so far, y'all. So, still with me? All right. I'm going to put this back up in here. Y'all, my phone is so hot. I don't know why. It's really hot. Karen, I am doing a meet and greet at a country club house right down the street from me for Dina's event for the followers of the crafters that are going to participate in that event. And anybody that wants to is invited. We're going to have all kinds of hors d'oeuvres, and we're having wine and soft drinks and water and just, you know, just a fun time for them to meet some of their favorite crafters and hang with them. So Chris is going to be there. Debbie Rigg is going to be there. Jen's going to be there. Beth's going to be there. And of course, Dina's not going to be there. Deb Brown's going to try to change her flight if she can, but she's not sure she can get her flight changed. Plus, she's coming to visit her brother in Nashville. And there's one crafter I'm not familiar with that I don't know if any of her followers are going to come or not. And then Kathy D's going to be a part of the event, but I think she and Shelly have opted out of the meet and greet to explore Nashville or something. So Kathy won't be there, but pretty much the rest of them will be there. So, anywho, now we're going to do a white one with those colors, a white base, and see. I want to see if the, let me get some more paper towels, if the pillow color really makes a huge difference in what happens on top. I don't think it does, but what is this? I just want to check to be sure. I'm coming to meet you. I know. I can't wait. I can't wait. Okay. Should we use the same cup? I wish I could see down in there well. No, let's get a fresh cup. Let's get a fresh cup. I think I got these at the Dollar Tree, and you get a ton of them, so it's not like it's costing a lot of money. And these came in a package of 8, I think, yeah, 8 acrylic mirrors. I think they were either $6.99 or $7.99. I can't remember, for the package of 8, which I thought was good. We're going to explore all of Nashville. Kathy's never been there. Well, you're not going to see much on a Sunday. I mean, you'll see some things, but it's a fun place. Y'all still should come by the event for a little while and then go downtown. I'm just saying, you're going to be missing out. All right, here we go. I put the blue in first this time, then the yellow, then the red. I think that yellow and red being together is key, don't y'all? Maybe a little black. These are so beautiful. I'm jealous. I know, Karen. I wish you were going to be there, sister. I'm so sorry. Really wish you could come. Be at the retreat, so I'm super excited about that it worked out. Okay, I think a little more red and a little more yellow will do us. Little red, little yellow. I love it too, Shelly. That's why I live here. I do love it. It's just you can't you can't hardly see anything in one day or a few hours one day. It's just hard to take it all in. There's so much. So much to do in Nashville. Okay, here we go. And we will be doing the same. However, we're stopping by Lisa's first. Good, Denise. I'm so glad. Okay, here we go. I love it when I start to see it come out of the cup, and it's so pretty. Drip a little bit too. Make sure we get all the goodness out of there. The cells. The cells are primarily from the treadmill oil. Now the cell activator using the Floetrol helps as well. Okay, I'm going to do that. Can y'all, let me zoom you in a little bit. I don't know why I have such a hard time. Now let's try blowing this just a little bit. I don't want to do too much because I don't want to mess it up. Tilt some of that white off. Tilt that. No, y'all can't see what I'm doing. See? Yeah. That red, like fire engine red, is amazing. Okay, now watch real closely when I put the heat to it. Okay. You'll probably see some cells come up. See them popping out? Whoop, here comes some blue ones, see them? And that's the color underneath coming to the top. That one's pretty cool too, you guys. Hey, Patty Bailey. Thank you, Karen. Yep, that one's pretty cool. There's not a lot of lacing going on, and I think I've got to try to really, I can see a little bit of white lacing right in here. And that's just where like the little lines form veins. And I think lacing is really, really pretty. I'm not crazy about this color right here. It kind of got dulled a little bit. Let's see what happens if we tilt it some and try to stretch some of those other cells. Get some of that yucky color off. There we go. Now. I can get some more cells to come up through here. Nope. I think it's done all it's going to do. If I swiped it a little bit, I might be able to get some cells, but I really don't think I want to touch that. I think that's just like the wow. Awesome. Yeah, I'll let you know, Karen. I'm only going to make 50, and I don't know, you know, all the guests that come get one, and I don't know exactly how many we're going to have. They do have to RSVP and let me know if they even think they're coming. Which, Denise, let me tell you this, and if anybody else is on here that's coming to the event, let me tell you. The guards at the gate have got to know who's coming. So your name has to be on a list. And I do not want my friends who got that place secured for us to have the event to be getting calls from the guards a lot saying, oh, there's more people here, or this person wasn't on the list, or whatever. So the situation is, let me tilt you back up. The situation is, if you think, oh gosh, that is, whew, that's so close. I got to get that zoomed out. Y'all can't stand it. What is happening? No, I didn't want to turn around. I just want to be, there you go. If you think there's even a possibility that you're coming, you need to be on the list. It's better to have everybody on the list and then somebody not show up than for somebody to decide at the last minute, oh, I'm going to come. Because if your name's not on the list, they're not going to let you in. So they said, my friend said, now if some people are riding together, you know, they only need like whoever the driver is or one name of the driver. But for my sake and my sanity, I feel like that I would rather know everybody that's planning on coming. And like I said, if you don't get to come, that's fine. No harm, no foul. At least your name is on the list if you do get to come, even at the last minute. So I'm going to need you to text me or to email me and let me know the names of who all is coming with you. And of course, at the event, we can gather names too. So, you know, it's not like I have to turn it in like way ahead of time. I just don't want anybody to get there and be upset because the guards won't let them in because their name is not on the guest list. So it's just vitally important that I get a name of everybody that's going to be there or who thinks they're going to be there. And then if you don't come, what are the guards going to do? Nothing. Yeah, you can text me, you can PM me, whatever you want to do. All right, now, let's do something different. What is that, you say? I have no idea. But I'm going to put down, I think I'm going to put some white down. And I have some paints left in these cups that I've been doing the dirty pours out of. Wonder what would happen if we just combined all of those. Oh my gosh. I am so sorry. Are y'all still on there? Y'all, sorry. Golly, I just don't know how to do this. My goodness. All right, let me zoom you in again. It's more important that you see this than it is you see me. Down. Anyway, what may happen if we do this is it may make mud. Putting all those colors together, it may be gross, but we're going to try. Worst thing that can happen is we wipe it all off and say, nope, we got to do something different on that one. That's the fun of art to me, though, y'all. There's really no rules. You know, the rules are what you make them. So, people can give you guidelines from what they've experienced or make suggestions, but there's really no rules. You do you. That's what Debbie Riggs says, and she's right. No, I'm getting too much white over there in my skin, and I don't want so much on that bottom part. So hold on a minute. Let me just get this excess off. Then I'll bring it back into view for y'all. I have paint. I have everything on my phone, you guys. Everything. All right, so I don't know if this is going to work or not. We're going to try. So we will take this one and turn it right here. We will take this one and turn it right here. Let's just, there's not a lot of paint in it, but there's some. Never know. Never know. And we have a little bit left in here that's got like some purple on it. Now this is a conglomeration, I tell you. I don't know how this is gonna look. Let me see if I can get a little more of this out of this cup that we like so much with the red and the yellow. I think that one's pretty. Waste not, want not. So I try not to waste any paint. And it's so pretty coming out that cup. Can y'all see it? What'll happen if I blow this one with the straw? I've seen some people that do pours take their actual hair dryer, a blow dryer. You have to be real careful, because if you don't hold it at just the right angle, it'll blow all your paint all everywhere. So you have to kind of hold it at an angle that you don't want it straight down. You kind of want to hold it at an angle so it's blowing it like I'm doing with the straw, except you're doing it with the blow dryer. Okay, so let's take the straw now. I don't love this purple stuff, so let's start over here. It's gonna be mud. Dripping the mud off. Okay, so we've got a base there. Let's just mix something up and go for it. We'll put some black. Come some more campers in. Put some yellow. Like I'm getting in the paints and I'm not supposed to be in them because I'm going to get myself dirty and Mom's going to be mad. How many times do you get to make a mess? Okay, we just mixed up another concoction. We're going to do a dirty pour right on top of this and see what happens. Do a little swipe. This blue right here. Yellow coming up. Let's do a little swipe right here. Here. Dull part over here. So let's get some of this yellow and make it move. There you go. There we go. There's a black cell coming up in the red, and the black cell has red in it. We took one that just kind of, all right. Y'all see it? My phone is trying to, I'm about to plug it back up. All right, let's give it some heat. Oh, there comes some more up through the black. That one actually kind of turned out all right, y'all. Let me take this over here, plug my phone up. Oh, I am so sorry. It said my phone was too hot. I'm going to get off and get back on.